What is good, John SG Game, man? It's your boy SmooveGotGame back with another Detroit Tigers rebuild video, baby. And today we are finally kicking off the postseason, man, as we have the American League Divisional Series here against the Los Angeles Angels, a team that we haven't seen too often in the series, just playing up against it normally, and definitely haven't seen in the postseason. So get a chance to look at a new opponent. So I'm completely ready for it. If you guys are ready for the video, hit it with a like, subscribe, road to 5K, or 5K. I mean, yeah, road to 5K, but road to 1K right now. As well as turn on that bell so you know when new videos are going live. So let's take a quick look at this Angels roster. It's pretty good. I mean, the pitching staff is pretty good with Reed Detmers, Jose Suarez, Pablo Lopez here at the top that we'll probably see. Shintaro Fujimi, Mike Abel, some guys that we could possibly see a little bit later on. Now, the thing that intrigued me the most was the fact that they actually do have like 8 starting pitchers up here on the starting roster. All 3 long relievers are starters. They're closers as a middle reliever. And they got a bunch of people in the bullpen in general with 2 setup men, 2 middle relievers, 3 long relievers, and a closer. That their bench only just has 4 guys on the side, and all of them play middle of the infield. So I don't know who their backup closer or catcher would be. Hope that he don't get tired. But I mean, it is the postseason. I mean, at the most you're playing like 2 games and get a day off. So no one should really be coming in for tiredness. It should mostly just be for like pinch running, pinch hitting, defensive substitutions. Injury would be a thing, but I would assume like injury, something like that, you can actually bring somebody up maybe. But from top to bottom, this team looks very strong, especially their left-handed pitching lineup, which unfortunately we're going to be seeing all 3 lefties come out. It looks like this team is made to hit lefties the way that their lineup was structured. A lot of them are better against left-handed pitching, whether they're right-handed or left-handed. A lot of their better stats are against lefties, so we'll have to hope that our lefties are more dominant than their righties are against lefties to go ahead and have success in this series, man. And of course, we have home field advantage throughout the entirety of the postseason. So the first 2 games, are in the beautiful Park of Comerica here in Detroit. As we get things kicked off, we will see games 1 and 2 in this one to go ahead and set up for elimination games to have their own episodes. So game 1 and 2 here. If we're able to sweep, game 3 will be by itself. If not, then we'll put games 3 and 4 together. And then if it needs to go to a game 5, then game 5 will be by itself. But that's at least how I'm looking at structuring this ALDS for right now. So if it's a chance of an elimination game, so not just saying like we just eliminate them in 3, but if it's a chance or they eliminate us in 3, game 3 will be by itself. But first, we got to handle these first 2 games to take care of business, and we're going to go to Tariq Skubal. Great season overall as far as numbers at the end of the year go. For much of it, he was over the 4 ERA mark, which I'm not looking for in an ace. So I'd say he pitches more like a solid 3 pitcher with ace stuff when he's on. When he's off, he pitches like a 5. When he's on, he pitches like a 1, which makes him overall a 3. You know what I'm saying? It just averages out. So we'll have to see which Tariq we get today. And starting off with a fielding error here, which I think they will award and credit to a base hit, is not a good way to get things kicked off, as we look to go ahead and get a good start from him today. We want our offense to finally, click. They ended the season hot, started out a majority of the season in the bottom half of the league in scoring runs, finished in the top 10, I believe. So they finished out very, very strong with the pitching staff staying consistent, and that's what took us over the top of getting over 100 wins this season to break our series record of how good we've managed to make this team, and hopefully leads us to back-to-back championships as this ball is going deep near foul territory, and we'll get down in the crowd. So it's a full count here to Mike Trout, who grounds this one on the ground to Torres. Looks like we got an easy 4-6-3 double play to go ahead and end the first inning, and will lead us to our bats going up against Pablo Lopez here today, 4.75 ERA. So obviously not their ace here, but they did have a lot of their guys pitching that wild card round. So I understand, even though I think you get enough rest to where they should have been okay. They wanted to just go ahead and not bring the ace out here in the first game. We'll see if that works to their favor, bringing them out a little bit later. Because I mean, if they're able to get a win without their ace, that almost guarantees a win theoretically and on paper with the ace. Now, with how good our offense is, though, it's a pretty big gamble to take in game 1 when 3 of these 5 games got to be at home anyway, or on the road if you're the Angels. So we want to get on them early, and that's why that base hit to start things off is very crucial. As Akil Baddoo lines this one into the outfield, will this one drop down? Luckily, no. Shoestring grab. Good job. Great speed out there in left field. Way to go ahead and pull that one back in. And of course, we're going to try to show more of these games here. It's just going to be games, not really much management stuff happening in between. So prepare, kick back, grab your popcorn. We got 2 candidates that got to go through here. It's all action. As you can see, we're getting started off early with a great steal team here. Morris Jones not even leading off anymore because he's gotten so great at being able to read the pitcher and going off quickly and knowing the right times to go. He's able to get in there safely without even taking an extra lead. As Guerrero now has a runner in scoring position as he pops this one on the inside knuckles. Out the center field. It will get down for a base hit. We're going to go ahead and try to move Jones up. Nope. Second thought, bounced back. Didn't think that would actually drop in, but 1 out leads to Gleyber Torres coming up with 2 on. And that's going to be a ground ball over the third for the 5-4-3 double play to end the first inning. And we will jump all the way to the 5th here. It's been pretty quiet for both sides. I'm not sure if y'all can see the scoreboard very well up there. We have 3 hits as a team. They have 1. We have them up to a no-hitter up the way up to the 4th. And they finally got their first hit there in the top of the 5th, but still no runs coming across for either side. As we do want to still show most of these games, though, but when it's just dead periods like this, I don't want to be showing y'all just outs after outs after outs. Unless, of course, it's an elimination game, keep y'all on your toes. But at this point, it's looking very good for both Pablo and Tariq. Foul tip there from Gonzalez. 37 pitch count, so Lopez has looked very good and efficient on his pitches. But that's going to be a base hit down the third base line. Not enough speed going around through first with Andrew Vaughn coming across, so we will just have runners at first and second. Only 1 out, though, for Keith Clemens. And he'll have a great RBI scoring opportunity here early if he can produce for us. 0-1. Swings and misses at the pitch upstairs. Gets one on the ground here. This will go over to second base. He'll throw over for 1. Back over to first, and it'll go over his head and out of play. E6, they're trying to go for the double play. Just rushed it too much, and I think that says Fletcher. Yeah, Fletcher went ahead and just launched that one into the seats, as that'll at least get the first run of the ball game scored in. Not earned, of course, but we'll have to see what that does. Now, I mean, that can kind of shake your confidence as a pitcher, knowing that your defense don't got your back like you thought they would. And it might be getting to his head right now. Is this going to be a leadoff base hit that goes into the outfield? That looks like it could be extra bases, as Jones will skedaddle into second base. And then I'll bring Akil Baddoo up, who is 0 for 2 now, but in the regular season hit over 300 for really the entirety of the year. Was very good with his RBI situation, scoring in Morris Jones when he would get on, or at least being able to move him up as he does here with that ground ball to second. Now we're really working that pitch count up now. Closing in on 50 pitches. That's going to be an RBI base hit up the middle. That'll bring across the second run of the game, the first earned run of the game. As we're able to go ahead and start getting some offense put together here. Torres, can you keep it up here? It will be a double down the line. Or at least I hope so, as this one's going to get up. He actually cuts it off before it gets to the wall. Guerrero, slow behind, is not able to slide in safely. And that, although will be a base hit, will be an out at third base too as well. And set up Lopez for a great chance to go to get out this inning with limited damage, which he will, as this pop fly will go out the left field shallow and be gloved in as we finally go back to the pitching staff. Squadda, we haven't seen him in a while, but he's been out here wheeling and dealing. Pitch count on a completely different story, though. 80 pitches here, as 81 gets him the first out in the 7th inning, as Torres just throws over to Guerrero for the easy play. And then we have Caleb Hamilton 0 for 2 already on the day. As you can see, we're still on it's like a perfect track, 1, 2, and 3 set to do up here, still as if we were on a no-hitter or perfect game. So we've been able to get the double play balls when we needed them to get out the innings cleanly. If somebody did get on base, keeping the hits to a minimum. No walks, I think, to this point either as well. But that pitch count's still high because we probably are striking out a lot. Like I said, when that pitch count is high, you're willing and dealing. A lot of that is due to just having a high strikeout total. And here we have 93 pitches entering into the 8th inning, so only 7 innings of work. And we'll see how long Tariq can go. Former CY Young, ace of this team, needs to put on a strong start here. It's in 4, 5, and 6 one more time in this game. You can see he's finally got the pitcher getting tired. Message popping up here. 97th pitch on the way. That's a liner right to Vaughn. Great glove work there, able to catch it. So when he doesn't have to make the throw, the glove is golden. It's just the arm that ain't. This one's going to be on the ground to Guerrero himself. Bobbles it for a second, but plenty of time to go ahead and just walk that one over and get Benny at first base. Then we have Logan. 0 for 2, nearing into 100 pitches here. This one's going to be a great dive by Vaughn. Can he make the play, though, and recover? Throw goes over, but will be well late. So that'll be another hit by them finally. So, yeah, they will award that a base hit. I would be shocked if they awarded that one an error. And with us only being up 2, that means the time runners at the plate and Tariq gets tired well into 100 pitches. We already had him up in the bullpen and ready to go. We're going to bring in our setup man, Pete Fairbanks here. 44 games this season, 1.8 ERA, .95 whip. This is, I mean, you want that from your closer, but you definitely want that from the setup man that's supposed to be setting up that closer. So shout out to him for such a great year, great free agency signing here. I'm really proud of him being able to step into this role. It was Michael King's, and unfortunately he was struggling, but he is on that Rays team that's on the other side of the bracket, so we might even get to see the two guys that we traded away in the next round. Who knows? Scott Barlow coming in for them as they're doing a pitching change as well. 3.07 ERA, 1.2 WHIP, as we look to try to get some insurance runs here in the bottom of the 8th. As the next 3 outs after this could be the ones that end the game. I mean, we're still 2-0 here. Still have a chance to have a team shutout at least. The Screwball couldn't go the distance. Out of safety precaution. If this is a regular season, I probably would have let him finish out that inning or try to at least. This one's going to be on the ground to shortstop. Easy throw over to first base. Great reach. And that puts us back to the top of our lineup. Morris, 2 for 3 already in this postseason. Starting out on fire. I love it. But not on fire against Barlow. Pops this one sky high in the shallow center field for an easy pop fly. Makes the play. And now it's Akil Badu. 0 for 3 on the damn surprise. He has no hits, but can he turn that around here? Is this going to be a line drive on the slurve right at the chest, going deep out into the outfield? That ball is gone. Just barely getting over the wall, 403 feet, hitting the shrubbery and bouncing right back in. So no souvenir ball for the fans, but it will get a souvenir closely dubbed. As that extends the lead now 3-0. His first of the postseason, his first hit of the postseason being a bomb. Maybe now we can get that 300 average back on track. This inning still ain't over. We still have Guerrero coming up next. Great chance to possibly still extend this lead as he's evened up the count now and actually worked it full 3-2 against Scott Barlow. We're just going to go ahead and concede the walk. Don't want back-to-back jacks, I understand. So Torres will have a chance with the runner on, and he almost took that one out as well. Too late on the slider. Probably surprised him to see something that good, but he will not let the second one pass. This one gets down in the gap in left center field. This time Guerrero's still going for third base. Will he slide in? This time he's actually going to get in standing up, as that throw was offline, but no reason to get down. Now we've got a great opportunity here to still increase this lead even farther. Riley Green evens the account back up 2-2. Gets a four-seamer at about the chest. Lines this one out to right field, and that ball is gone as well. This one will be a souvenir. Nowhere near as close on the distance, 361 feet. But a lined rocket straight out into right field. Pulled that one and absolutely obliterated it. That ball is long gone, and this lead is long stretched. 6-0. No lie, if I knew we were going to increase the lead like this, I probably would have left Tariq Screwball in. I mean, obviously, you can't predict the future, but he could have had a complete game shutout or still be on the hook for one right now, possibly if he was able to get out of it. But being up 2, I wanted to make the safe choices. They go ahead and bring Ken Waldichuk in. I guess they just want one of their long relievers, but I guess they want to save the middle ones for a little bit later. As, I mean, just getting this final out shouldn't tire him out too much. As we'll go ahead and just get a little chopper here from Vaughn. His speed is kind of slow, so he should have the easy play over to first base. I think if that's anybody else, I think if that's even Vladimir Guerrero, we probably beat that one out. But Vaughn just way too slow to make that one happen. We're going back to Pete Fairbanks to go ahead and finish this out. No reason to even bring the closer anymore. I had Jordan Romano up and warming up to go ahead and take the ninth. I had him scheduled up too as well as we get the strikeout there on Rodriguez. But with us tearing the cover off the ball and getting 6 more runs, no even reason to waste my closer's energy. Save it up for the rest of the series. As we just got 9-1 left to go ahead and face in this game. Josh chops this one on the ground to Guerrero, who will grab it himself, take it himself, and do an easy little shuffle over to first base. As now it's down just to David Fletcher, the second baseman. And he's down to his final strike. Watching that upstairs, that is hitting 100 miles per hour though, so we're not afraid to throw it, but we're not afraid of the slider either. That one gets across on him. We get the dub here, 6-0, winning game 1. We do not let the Angels steal this one from us. They're going to have to bring their best if they want to beat the best. Today they try to go ahead and slide by to see what they can do and not put Reed Detmers out there. Y'all going to have to show us Reed if y'all want to at least get one of these games. As we're able to take this one, Lopez, 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned, 1 K, 1 walk. Hop was the best offense they could produce for 1 for 3. Only 2 hits on the day as a team. And the offense was on fire. The pitching stats were great. We had 10 hits today as a team on our end. And I love team wins like this. Let's keep carrying this hopefully throughout the series. Hopefully we didn't, explode in the 8th. Because we have exploded before for runs and then gone quiet the next day. So hopefully it don't happen. But multi-hit days for Jones, Guerrero, and Torres. All having 2 of them things. As well as Green getting his first 3 RBIs. Guerrero's first, Badu's first home runs for Green and Badu, Morris's first double, Morris's first stolen base, and Scooball 7 2/3, 2 hits, 11 Ks today. Fairbanks came in, got all 4 outs, 3 of the 4 were strikeouts, and actually earns the save because of the time that he came in. It was only a 2-0 lead. So he actually walks away with his first save of the postseason, taking it away from Jordan Romano, unfortunately. But that'll lead us straight into game 2. Still at home, still at Comerica Park, and looking to maybe possibly keep those game 4 and 5s with stars by him on the if necessary side to have game 3 be a potential sweep. You see they got Detmers over there getting warm and loose. We got Patrick Sandoval, who is arguably our second best pitcher in the rotation this year, getting warm and loose. A great free agent signing for us as we went left-handed loaded, at least with our starting rotation this year. And we'll have to see what he can do today as this season. 33 starts, 15-6 record, ERA exactly at 3, so close to having under 3. Pitched over 200 innings for us, a 1.2 whip, 176 strikeouts. And today we're looking to see if his stuff is going to be like that for us to go ahead and get these victories and go up 2-0. And the first man that he'll have to go in and face is David Fletcher. After yesterday's game, I'm not too worried about my dog here, batting .222. Now, obviously, some of their guys are going to have way more stats than ours because they already played 3 more games than we did. Is that's going to be a throwdown? I don't know about that one. That looked like we might have been able to get it. They want to go. Hey, coach, we want to challenge? Hold on, real quick. What they say up in the booth? Oh, you said the ball's definitely there first? Challenge? All right, run it. Because I'm sure y'all saw there from the replay, man, that ball was definitely there before the foot was down. Low-key could probably say it was there before the foot even raised up. Yeah, that's clear cut out there. So they went ahead and overturned that one. I think the only thing that you get from that is now like if we want to challenge again in the 7th inning past that, you can. But unlike Madden, there's no like challenge button. You only really get the challenge if it prompts up like that. Like if it's a close play like that and it actually gives you a prompt to, you don't just get the challenge whenever. So that is kind of strange. And it looks like, honestly, the only thing that you would ever challenge probably would be like a play like that at first, or maybe like a tag at home possibly. Like there's not too many situations where I could think that you would be using the challenge for real. Like you're not gonna challenge a strikeout. I don't think you can challenge like balls and strikes. So I mean, you're really just using it on bang plays like that as we go to get that clear cut out too as well. Now I'll bring up their best starter, Reed Detmers. 3.18 so far this postseason. He went 5 2/3 innings, so I imagine that's probably giving up just 2 earned runs, maybe. If that was like a full 9, so he probably just gave up 2 earned runs in the start that he did. But shoot, after you saw what the pitching staff was able to do, 2 earned runs could be enough for us. As we shut them out yesterday, we look to do the same thing here. As we're going to go ahead and get these bats off and firing. Is this going to be a lazy fly though that will be caught by the shortstop? Easy play. This game starting out a little bit different. No leadoff base runner this time around for Akil Badu, who did have that solo home run that really kind of helped kick and jumpstart the offense there late in that 8th inning. But let's see if he can do it a little bit earlier today as he gets frozen. The 4-seamer have to go heat up on the bench. He wanted to say sideline, but in the dugout, go heat up, go warm up. And Guerrero might be right behind you though as he watches that one get called strike 2 on the outside. And they, like they do so often, just go ahead and concede the walk on the full count. Don't lay anything in there. And if it's not close and beautiful, we let it go. As that leads to Gleyber Torres, who pops this 4-seamer at the chest all the way sky high to center field. And that'll be easy 1-2-3, just like us. As we take things now, bottom of the 2nd here, showing a little bit more offense a little bit earlier. As we might have a chance here to still do our thing. 5, 6, and 7 going to be due up this time around. Riley Green, as he had the home run yesterday, gets a base hit here today, starting off his day better. Went 1 for 4 yesterday, trying to get that average up as well as show more power, more RBIs. And I'll lead right to Vaughn, who was 1 for 3 yesterday. It looks like they're pitching him a little bit scared too as well. That pitch count already getting up there. If you're facing a good pitcher, even if you're getting outs, work those counts, work those at-bats, get that pitch count up because they make mistakes when they're tired, and it's the closer you get to the bullpen. And I don't know, sometimes, it depends on your play style. Some people aren't good at hitting off bullpen pitchers or, bringing in new arms. Me personally, I love when the bullpen comes in because 9 times out of 10, they're throwing me slow stuff. The ones that pitch really fast are the ones that are annoying, but 9 times out of 10, they're throwing really slow stuff. Their command is off because they haven't really got their warm pitches in. or they have terrible ERAs and we're able to just tee off. That's a great catch there by the third baseman. Way to have your eyes on the swivel. Leading right into Harry Ford, who gets drilled on the thigh meat. Pause as he goes in and walks down to the first baseline. And bases are loaded now. 2 outs, back up to the top of our lineup here already through the second. Last year's World Series MVP. So far this year, batting 400 in the postseason, and a great chance here to go ahead and get some early RBIs. As it looks like Detmer's trying to find a zone. First 2 are way out of there. Gets him to swing and chase that screw curve. Comes right back farly out the zone, not even making it close. 3-2. You got to put a strike in there. You can't afford to walk home a run, but instead it looks like this will get over the leaping grab of the right fielder. 2 will score. Ford has 84 speed, so you know we're sending him home. That's a bases clearing 3 RBI double for Morris Jones. The next best thing to a grand slam. Well, I guess he could have been a 3 RBI triple, but very next best thing to a grand slam that you could ask for. 3 early runs here in the second, as we're going to go ahead and take off and steal for third as well. Now it's like a triple anyway. As we get Patrick Sandoval get some ease as he gets to come back in and pitch now with a 3-0 lead. And we're actually going to, as he's been calm over there, you see they still have no hits through the first 3 innings yet again. Holding them hitless their first trip through the batting order. Our lefties, even though they're made to, their overalls and stuff like that are made to hit better against lefties, are made to seem that way. They have struggled against Tariq. And so far through the first trip, they've struggled against Patrick. We can hope that keeps up against Jesus tomorrow. But for right now, we got an RBI, or not RBI, but another base hit to bring Guerrero over to third by Torres, as they've been cycling around this base hit cycle here now 3 times in the first 2 games. And gives Green a chance to get possibly 3 more RBIs here. Tied up count here, 1-1. From Detmers, 2-seamer upstairs. This one will be popped pretty shallow. I'd be surprised if they test it. Throw will come in to the cutoff man. They'll go ahead and just keep Guerrero over there at third. And it'll be up to Vaughn here, who swings through the outside pitch and strikes out as well. And now it'll be up to Gonzalez from corners to no outs to corners to 2 outs. 333 average, just swings and misses through the slider downstairs. But like I said, we have a great 3-0 lead now. We jump ahead all the way to the 6th, and Patrick is still wheeling and dealing. Only 50 pitches in now. Pitch 51 will be out number 1 in the 6th. As we're able to go ahead and make that catch on that one. 7, 8, 9 due up in this inning. As we're still on that perfect pitch track here too as well. Not many hits given up today. That's a great play by Torres in the hole. Able to go ahead and get that one knocked down. There's Josh Naylor. Lines this one. This will get down for the base hit that they needed. I think this actually might be their first base hit of the ball game. And it's coming all the way here in the 2nd out of the 6th inning. So 5 2/3 innings of no-hit ball in the postseason. You can't write it any better. That's the peak and epitome of embarrassment. As you are already down the series 1-0, you're down today 3-0, and you're getting no hit deep into the ball game as Caleb gets caught watching on that 12-6. That 12-6 was amazing today, getting so much break. And this is a deep ball by Mike Trout. You see the red rings of death. Akil Baddoo's going to have to leap forward, and he makes the play. Amazing defensive effort there. I don't know if this would have got out. We'd have to go watch the replay on that one. I don't know if that would have left the yard. But that was a great play. It always seems like we at least make one of these. I think last year was Riley Green. He robbed a home run for like the first time in the series to help us win a ball game. He threw out hella people out there in the outfield too as well. But look at this ball. Getting close to their bullpen, as you see 2 arms already getting warmed up. Imagine just sitting there, your team's already losing. You think that the home run ball might be coming right to you. Look, ain't nobody even ready to catch it because they already know. That dude just came through with that lead. But yeah, with that angle, I think that's probably just hitting off the wall. Yeah, it's probably just a high one off the wall. But great play there, though, to not even allow a double to happen. And that takes us with 2 outs. We'll face off against Louis Rengifo. I think I said that name right. Either way, he's out, oh. Back over to the dugout, oh. And they have 6 more out O's before we walk away back into Los Angeles with a 2-0 series lead, as we're going back to the offense to see if we can get some more run support here. As Taylor Dollard is in the ball game now, one of their starting pitchers on the long relief role. As we get a walk-in base hit here from the top 2 guys, leading off Guerrero with no outs. And a great chance to get some more opportunities to add to that 1 RBI he has. This is going to be a liner deep to center field, right in front of the warning track. but it'll be more than deep enough to go ahead and move Morris Jones over to third without a throw. And we'll set Torres up for a great opportunity to possibly get a sack fly here as we go ahead and steal off for second base. But that ball's going to get in there loose. That's an RBI base hit, and Akil Badu would just replace Morris at third. And honestly, I'll tell y'all what I was thinking there. I was really going to let it go if it wasn't in the strike zone. Let him steal for second, but I was going to do a late steal of Morris Jones over to home while he was throwing to second to see if it would work. But I'm glad the hit worked even better. So we're now up 4-0 as you see that double play ball. Great play by the shortstop, by the way, to go ahead and dive out and save an extra run from coming across when your team's already down. But Patrick is wheeling right now. Pitch 74 coming in through 7 innings of work here is 5, 6, and 7 are their only hopes. So we can get them down like this. That means 8 and 9 got to lead off that 9th inning, and we might only have to face the bare minimum of the top of the lineup and be able to walk out of here with a potential shutout. And that's a great play over there by shortstop there. Keith Clemens making it happen. Logan will be up next, seeing pitch number 80 here with the 1-2 chopped on the ground. Torres will dive out for it and knock it down at least. Throw. Just kind of lazily throws it a little bit late to show a little bit of effort, but now they have 7 coming up with a runner on. That's Heston. I'm not even going to attempt that last name, so Angels fans, please let me know. Is this going to be a ground over to Vaughn? We've seen him throw an error into the outfield before. This time makes the sure play, and we get the double play to get up out of there. And we'll just go ahead and show our last attempts here to try to get this extra run support for our starter. But I think we let Patrick keep going. The pitch count is way lower than what we saw yesterday with Tariq being in the hundreds. This one today only being around the 80-90 mark. We could see a complete game shutout here in the postseason. Something I said we weren't able to see a lot of because of the pitch count. We might have exactly what we need here today. As Taylor, you can see he's still in this ballgame wheeling. He's closing in on almost 40 pitches of relief here today. As pitch number 34, I think that was, or 33, is a fly ball into the foul territory that will be caught. And then Keith Clemens, the first pitch he sees, watching almost by the elbow. Lines this one up the middle. Great play by second base to reach out and grab that one from keeping the 2-out rally from going. And we will see 8, 9, and 1 here as Emmanuel Rodriguez will come up 0 for 2 on the day. Pitch 84 on its way. Is this a ground ball over to Vaughn? Can he make this play? Got him at first base. Out number 1. 2 more to go. Josh Naylor, who actually, I'm not even going to lie, has been a pain in my side in the series. He's worked their bats pretty well. You see he got one of their lone hits of the ball game. We just want to get this man out. He's supposed to be the weakest bat, theoretically, on paper in the lineup. If you hit 9, you're probably the weakest bat. Unless you're on my team, then you're just the second fastest person and actually have really good contact. I don't even know if y'all noticed that. That's not really how I bit my team. With the Reds, we had Tyler Stevenson, who batted 300 regularly for us. He wasn't a fast guy, but was always getting on to rotate the top of the lineup. This year, Harry Ford, I mean, he's 250 to 280 on a regular, but hella speed. So when he does get on, it's easy for double steal attempts with him and Morris. But here we have David Fletcher up with that runner on first base here. We do have the bullpen up and active. If Jordan Romano needs to come in, he will. As for a second, that command was looking like he was leaving Patrick as he gets the call, strike 3 on the outside black. Great call by the ump. I would say gifted call because he's been playing so well, but that actually really was the correct call. I mean, that was right there on the line, more so on the strike side than the ball side. So I appreciate that call there coming to us for once. And then Caleb Hamilton flies this one out to Morris Jones, who settles underneath it for the second victory of the series. Man, we are up 2-0. And we're going for the sweep. We will be going to the Anaheim city of Los Angeles to try to sweep this thing on the road. Now, the only thing that they have going for them is they'll be back at home at least. I got to see who they have on the mound, so I'm not sure yet. But y'all know we have the third place man in CY Young voting. Jesus Luzardo will be coming up tomorrow to try to close out this series. Great start, by the way, from Patrick Sandoval. 3 hits given up as a whole. Reed Detmers, 5 innings, 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 4 Ks, 2 walks. He did not have a good game. And you see one of their best games was just a 1 for 2 performance from Naylor there at the 9 spot with a walk, I guess you could say. But overall, the pitching staff played great once again. He covered the whole outing there. And then the offense, not as many hits as yesterday with only 7 today, and Gleiber being the only 2-hit game. But 3 RBIs from Morris Jones there at the top as we were able to go ahead and cycle around that lineup. Harry Ford only had 1 actual at bat with how many times he actually got hit by pitches twice. I only showed 1 of them, but he got hit twice back-to-back at bats actually. Jones gets his first 3 ribbies in the second double, second stolen base. And Sandoval, 3 hits, 1 walk, 7 Ks. After a performance like that, we got to check the pitch analysis. 101 pitches overall, 70% strike rate. So we could get that up. It's only 33% on the 12-6, 68% on the circle changes. Those things were just missing today. You see a lot of them were taking for balls, especially on the inside hands. But some of them were getting strikeouts, and I, wanted to keep throwing it. Most of those ones that were missing in that low that percentage were kind of late in the ballgame. You see all the ones that were swung there. Only 1 for a hit. I mean, that's a pretty good location, but swung on a miss. We got a couple that were outs. Same thing can be said for the slider here. A lot of those were swung on and missed and just hit for outs too, as well as they were only 1 for 9 on that slider, 1 for 9 on that circle change, 1 for 6 on the 4-seamer. So that'll actually, like I said, bring us into game 3 here. As you can see how the rest of the postseason broke down too. Houston is up 2-0 over Tampa, so we might end up seeing them yet again in the ALCS. The Padres are up 2-1 over the Dodgers, so we might send them in the World Series too as well. But Atlanta looks like they're actually upsetting Milwaukee 2-1. Looks like we can see one of the only upsets of this divisional series round coming up soon. And that'll mean this Jose Suarez, who is already 1-0 in this postseason for the Angels, going up against Jesus Luzardo, who was 3rd in CY Young voting. We'll see who gets the better of who in the matchup. But if you guys are ready for it, leave a like, comment, and subscribe on the video for your boy to show that love and support. Hit that bell so you know when new videos are going live. And I will have actually some stuff in the community tab, some polls going up. So I need you guys to go respond to those. If you guys rock with the channel, it just helps me give better content to you guys. So show love in that community tab, man. Go vote on those polls. Even if it's a no, still vote on them so I know that you don't want to see it. Don't just leave it. Don't just ignore them, man. So this is Big Boy SGG, aka SmooveGotGame, aka G and Smooth, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. I can't believe we're about to sweep the Angels here and possibly go back to back, man. This is crazy. I'll catch y'all later.